Hello friends, Adam here with FED. So today we're tackling chapters 6 and 7, and chapter 6 is another branching path. You can either take on Drog, the armor knight, which is what we're doing, or Ogma, the mercenary. So Ogma is probably the better unit that you would get after beating his chapter, but after you beat this chapter you get Drog. So it's really, I probably should have gone the other route, but I did this one and then saved, and I just figured to stick with it. My team is built well enough to beat this one, so I decided just to stick with it. Alright, so first things first, we do have a new unit who has already attacked, Cecil, however you say her name. She comes with a bunch of steel weapons to give to our allies, which is really nice. And how we line up our units here to all make it sure no one gets attacked or dogpiled on in a way that they can't handle. In particular, we have Merrick take on 2 enemies very impressively. He survives with 1 HP, making it very easy to take care of these 3 enemies on our player phase. So we got Merrick last chapter. He is going to be super important to all of our strategies going forward, like I mentioned, to the point where his fire tome has 1 use at the end of the prologue. So we do use him quite a bit. He's very good, very useful. Well, there's Milo already saying hi. It's great stuff. So this map did take me 2 attempts while recording, just because I made a simple mistake. I'm not going to show that mistake off just because it's not really noteworthy. I just misplaced Cecil and put her in the range of the archer, and that guy took her down pretty easily, especially when she has such low HP. So now it's just a bait and switch game again, where we are just going to have our best unit, Milo, bait our friend Drog there, or Dogga. Dogga will choke this point. So like I said, she comes with a bunch of steel weapons for our team, so we're going to give him the steel axe to deal a little more damage. He does double. Honestly, the steel axe is a bit overkill. I probably didn't need to do it, because with the iron axe, it's only 3 less damage, I believe, which would have been 22. Actually, never mind. We needed the steel axe, didn't we? Yeah, we did. I think we needed the steel axe. So good on me for using it, because I think we have Merrick grab this kill. I'm not super happy about that level up. I like the plus 2 HP and the strength, but I would much rather have gotten some speed on there. But he does need skill eventually, so I'll take it for now. Yeah, so, oh no, Merrick doubles, never mind. We could have done Iron Axe, so we kind of wasted a little bit of our Steel Axe, but that doesn't matter a whole lot, it's honestly fine. And yeah, this chapter's basically over, pretty simple. Now we just need to bait that archer. We'll bait him with Gordon, and then we'll take him out on the next player phase. Pretty simple. Alright, so the next chapter is the one I'm actually really excited for this time. Chapter 7 of the prologue is, in my opinion, kind of like, I feel like it's the hardest one in all of the prologue, honestly. I don't know. Prologue 8 might be a little harder, but we'll get to that tomorrow. But prologue 7 is no joke, and I'm excited to explain my strategy for it. But before we get into it, and we finish this chapter up here, following this chapter we are going to have a little bit of a montage of me losing a lot. It took me the better part of like 40 minutes to record chapter 7 prologue, just because it's a little more difficult than I was anticipating with the team that I have. So here is a montage of me losing over and over again. It's lots of death. So this chapter is another branching chapter. You can either go to the chapter that we choose, which is where we fight Kane and then get Kane on our team, or you can go and fight Est and get Est on your team. I prefer Kane for the high defense, so that's the pick we go for. Alright, so this map is interesting. We really take advantage of some AI manipulation and AI turn order. So we line our Cavaliers here in a way that they both are in range, where Cecil is not in range of the sword fighter, but Luke is in range of both the archer and the Myrmidon, right? So this Myrmidon moves after the archer, and because Cecil has lower defense and the archer will deal more damage to her naturally, since he moves first, he will attack her, but since the Myrmidon can't attack Cecil at all because he's being blocked by Luke, then he attacks Luke. So if either of them were attacked by both of those enemies, they would have died. So it was just a fun little strat to make sure they both survived. Now, the next big thing here is that we need to worry about this archer up here. He can be kind of a thorn in our sides, especially since Milo is busy down south taking care of all the enemies down there. And we also need to be wary that a bunch of reinforcements are going to show up on every fortress tile except for one of them, I believe. The northernmost one does not spawn any reinforcements, but all the other ones do. So we want to make sure we cover up as many as we possibly can to make sure we don't get swarmed on the enemy phase, because they are ambush reinforcements, meaning they appear and act on the same turn. Those who've played Three Houses will be very familiar with this. It is a pain to deal with. So we're going to have Luke tank this archer right here, and we're going to have to take care of him as soon as possible while also covering as many spaces as we can. There is that one over there that's behind like a mountain over all the way to the right. The only real feasible way to cover that in time is with Sita, so that's going to be her job this turn. Pegasus Knight comes out of there, and Pegasus Knights are pretty scary. They have high mobility, aren't slowed down by rivers or anything like that, and they are generally fast enough to double most of our units. So now I am just spending time trying to figure out how are we going to take care of this archer here and not lose our units, because as soon as the reinforcements spawn, Kane, the boss, also starts moving. So we just need to set up very carefully in a way that's going to make sure we don't lose anyone. Now, we try to make use of the same tactic where we try to have the archer attack someone other than Merrick, so Merrick can tank Kane on the next turn. And as you'll see, I believe it works. Maybe this is the wrong take. Now I'm a little nervous that I'm saying the wrong things. But now reinforcements appear, so we are going to get a couple cavalry reinforcements right there and right there. But it's not a big deal. See, if we got the AI bait right there to attack Cecil. If he would have attacked Merrick, Merrick would have died to Kane right here, but because we baited him with Cecil, we're fine. Now, this is a lucky dodge. I think we needed this dodge. I think he faces about a 60% hit rate from both of these guys. The fact that he dodged both of them is super lucky. We just needed him to dodge one. So not the most solid strat, but I'm going to take it for what it is and just thank the RNG gods for what they gave us. They bestowed this blessing upon us. Now it's just a matter of cleaning up the remaining two enemies, being Kane and an archer. So Kane's the actual scary threat, but we do have Milo in range to take care of him, so it's not that big a deal. It is a lower hit rate than you'd like to see. 70 is a bit shaky, especially when... So here I'm checking other options just to see if that's like the only thing we can do at this point to make it work. And really it is the only safe option. But I guess first we're going to have Sita take care of this archer. So Archer down, now it's literally just Kane that we have to worry about, and we have to hit a 70% hit rate. This is 2RN, so I think it's more like an 80 to 85% hit rate when we're talking like compared to true hit. And again, I'm still like looking at it and thinking, okay, there's got to be a bit different way. So I got a bit of hit rate, but I think I eventually just go for it. Here we are, we go for it and take care of Kane and finish the chapter. So I really enjoyed that map. That's probably my favorite one so far, and the one that's made me feel the smartest, because it actually took some strategy and planning, and it felt really cool. Crappy level up, but we got the run done, so I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, so that's gonna do it for today. We will be back soon with the last chapter of the prologue, which is gonna be its own video because it's a bit of a longer map. It's really honestly, that one's like the most like, okay, this is like the real game now. So I'm pretty excited about it. We're not going to change the hairstyle because I like that main. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe for more.